Right, there we go. We are live. So, to catch people up, you travelled from Slovengrad and you were heading to Seljinka. On the route to Seljinka, you met a small family that were fleeing Seljinka going towards Slovengrad dock. So essentially you guys were in passing. You decided to spend the night with them. You spoke for a time and got to know them, as he was an apprentice blacksmith of human descent with a elven wife and half-elven son who looked to be about 5. During the night, you were under siege from the undead and attacked. Some of you took damage, some of you didn't. Your blacksmithian friend was bitten and had taken some infection. Augustus Bran was his name. You decided the best course of action was to put him down, as you felt that the infection had taken him too far and he was unsalvageable, unredeemable, unhealable.
A risk to us.
As you say. And
some of us decided that. Some of us feel like we should just leave him, but you know.
the wife and child were harmlessly put to the side to prevent distress. You left the session not knowing exactly what to do or have a goal in mind, and that's where we start today. So, who would like to do what? If
I
anything.
want to actually have a rest.
Can I identify that sword before
No,
we
you cannot.
rest?
I hold it away from
But
you.
why?
What are you doing?
You can hold it while
No,
I
you
do
must
it if you
move.
don't trust me with it.
Fine, fine.
Yay! Identify sword as a ritual so it doesn't spend a spell slot.
And I point the pointy end of the blade towards him. So, holding onto the hilt line.
So you spend
Yeah.
the time to going through and identifying the sword. The time goes by and you kind of get an inconclusive answer. You figure that the sword has latent abjuration abilities, but essentially it's half made. It seemed to be a protection aura that emanated from the sword, but is incomplete. And the problem is, it would require the person who imbued the magic to finish it before it become useful and usable. It's kind of a half enchantment, which would essentially requires the person who made the enchantment to finish it.
Cool.
Oh well.
Can anybody raise the dead just for like a good hour?
Pardon?
Can anybody just raise the dead for a good hour? We don't need them alive to finish it.
No, I don't have raised dead.
Well, that's disappointing.
I'm going to say, before we go to rest, I'm just going to climb the nearest tree to go sleep in.
Okay.
You're just going to abandon the wife and child of the person you guys
Oh, I
murdered.
forgot
That are
with us.
currently
Yes,
asleep.
I will. Yeah. Put them somewhere where there'll be at least time, like probably by the horses, and then climb up a tree.
I thought you was all kisses and hugs. You're going to just abandon them down there.
So
They're
we're
going
about
to
to
be in
laugh
sight.
die.
Even for death. How rude.
So, you all find space to call bed for the night. Bargand, it's a bit more uncomfortable because you're getting a high temperature and slight fevers in the night. Nothing that's going to knock you off your feet, but it's definitely unpleasant and it makes you restless, which is how you end up spending the extra 2 hours trying to become comfortable to rest. I've marked on the map, you see that red dot?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you guys currently are. That was where you encountered the blacksmith and his wife on the road to Selinka. A long
Nice.
rest is had, and you can mark that on your sheets. You wake up early in the morrow. What do you guys want to do?
Morning.
Hey, you
everyone.
guys. Everybody sleep okay?
No, not really.
Oh. How are the Aussies?
How are the Aussies? Well, go and make an animal handling check as you go to inspect the Oss.
Animal handling. I approach from the side and not from behind. Just going out there.
From the side. Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't want to be horse kicked in the face. Approach him in a nice, calming manner with a 10.
Okay. You approach the horse. The horse looks at you. You look at the horse. It's alive. That's
Good,
a start.
that's what-
That's a start. It's
Are both
breathing.
alive?
Both of them
Are
are
they both-
alive. Both of them are breathing. They are both
all I need.
looking at you. The one nearest to you, which is the mare, kind of just cocks her head slightly and just like, hey. And that's about it.
Okay, I pat her on there and said, "Who's a good girl? Who's a good horsey?"
She receives Pat. Pat is not disliked. Pat is accepted.
And then I go over to her boyfriend and be like, "Who's a good stud?"
You do that, and it kind of like you know how like an animal pushes the head into your hand, but
Yeah.
he does it with a bit of unexpected strength and nearly pushes you over at the same time.
That's
And he,
fine.
and he stands up and like lurches over you, and then starts digging his cranium into your chest, and it hurts. But he's being nice. He's not being malicious with it.
I'll carry on giving him some head scratches until I die.
I gotta say, I gotta pick up on the
You take 10 points of crushing damage.
the kid.
Didn't you realise?
What was that, Sam?
I'll go check up on the child and the mother.
You wake up in the morning and you look around for them to see where they are. They're gone. They are not here.
I thought we tied them up before we went to sleep, like last session.
No. No one tied them up.
Damn it.
It was discussed. It was discussed, and I think you was the one who suggested it, but no one ever actually did it.
Because y'all went looting.
You're looting, tooting, rooting, farming.
I was investigating the zombies for distinctive signs and shit. I wasn't looting.
So I'm gonna say, I'll be right back, guys, and just kind of walk off into the woods towards where I buried Thor dude.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go sneakies follow him.
I'm just
Roll
gonna kind
stealth,
of like
please. Carry on.
I need to know what his stealth is, so I'm not like. if
What's
my
your passive?
Beats him. 15.
Ah, okay.
For the purposes of the tape, Mrs. Metcalf is nodding her head.
Why are you following me? I mean, if you want to come along, you can.
Stop it there for now.
I just kind of look over towards Monsek hiding behind a tree. I'm like, I know you're there.
Ugh. I wanted to see what you were doing. Fine. Go on then, let's go.
And I kind of wander over to where I laid the body to rest and just make sure that the body's still at rest.
You go over to the body, and the area around looks semi-disturbed. You can see there has been footfall, but the body is still there. And she and the child are not.
Can I determine what footfall has been there? Human footfall? Animal footfall?
Survival. That's a survival check.
Yeah.
I'm not in any rush. I'm not
Can I assist him?
We'll see what happens when the
Yeah.
other guy wakes up and we get his version of it.
Yay!
Obviously,
Drop us around again then.
Yeah, roll one more.
Yay!
Okay. It looks a mixture of both. There are both animal and human foot traffic.
Does it
Recently,
look like the size of the wife and kids' feet though? Or
it's feasible.
came and paid their last respects, did they?
Okay, someone's roughing and tumbling. But yeah, you see that there has been some animal footfall as well, like hooves, small hooves, like you would assume like an elk or a deer or something of that nature has been through here. You also see a couple of pads, like maybe a wolf or a cat or of some description, fairly large. You also see the two humanoid footprints, one of an adult, one of a child. And you see on the moss, you see a small brooch that's just placed, and you see it twinkling just from underneath the moss, and it's placed on his chest.
As you give it like a woeful nod, but as long as like he's still there, I'm happy with that. Can I check around? Well, actually, I'm going to turn to Munsec.
Okay.
Hi.
Look, I've not been feeling the best since we broke out of prison. My sleep's not been the best either. I was wondering if you can help me, maybe try and scrounge up some herbs or something. Basically,
Yes, I'm
just
happy
for,
to
like,
try
a
and help
herbal
and
check.
look around.
So, can I make a check with some help?
It would be another survival
to
check.
find up? I'll toggle for this one. Because we got help, yeah?
Damn.
Damn!
I better find some damn herb.
My boy. Herbie's found.
Is it the good herb?
It's good for what you need.
Yeah.
Just don't smoke it.
Now,
How else am I gonna get it?
I'm not going to bother going into names because I don't know them. But you're able to find herbs that are brewed with water to essentially make a herbal tea that are good at helping with fever and temper regulation. You also find one that's meant to be a natural remedy and heal just for people who feel unwell. It's kind of like a cure-all type herb that's used for a plethora of different ailments. It might work. And these are mixable together.
Okay, so I found a blue and a green herb.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this, like, you know. Thanks, Munsec. These should help a lot.
Glad to help. Should we really get back to everybody?
Yeah, let's head back to camp.
Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable in these woods. That what may be here.
Oh, you'll be fine. There's just a big cat.
It's not the cat that I'm worried about.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sure if they were gonna eat us, they would have eaten us in the night.
True.
True.
I'm going to say, just as he goes to go back, I stop and go back to the body, putting my hand on his chest, and saying sorry that I wouldn't be able to protect them.
Yeah.
And then just catch up with him very quickly, with a little song in my step.
You say a silent word or two, gestured towards Augustus, and quickly catch up with Bargund as you both make your way back. While they were doing that, Tickler and Kilnar, what do?
I mean, to be fair, I was just still playing with the horses, getting some bro time in with my stallion and my mare.
Yeah.
Building a report just in case I need them later.
Kilnar, what about you?
I'm just chilling on the floor.
Okay.
I'm gonna look through some of the trees and see if I can find some like apples or like fruit for them. Really build up that report
Perception
with them.
check.
Where's my thing gone? Ooh.
You see every piece of fruit in a 20-mile radius. Everything. No, what you do? On the edge of the tree line, you spot where over time a small miniature grove of pear trees has started to grow. But unfortunately, given the time of the year, coming just out of winter and into spring, they're just starting to bud their blossoms and aren't ready to bear fruit yet. But you now know of where about 5 pear trees lie.
I think I can come back for them in like 6 months or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
when we have the free time.
You never know, when you're fighting hordes of zombies, who might want a pear?
Indeed.
We come back, they're zombie pair.
Yeah, the pear just bites you. Done. You just turn into a pear. Forget Pickle Rick. You're now Pear Terry. I'm Pear
Okay.
Terry!
Oh, it makes me sad. It makes me sad. There's not fruit at the beginning of the T. Wait, tangerine. I thought that's tangerine terribly more funny. As
Yeah, but
it
this
is.
is a pear tree, not a tangerine tree.
I don't know, but I like the iteration.
So, I'm guessing we arrived back with him staring at these trees that have flowers on.
Yeah, you come back and you see Kilnar. He's lounging on the floor by what was the campfire, which is now just wisping some white smoke as the fire long ended. And you see Terry about 30 foot down, inspecting the couple of trees, looking at some blossoms and a bit disheartened with it.
So, where should we head to next? Either back the way we came, or Salvinka to salvage whatever's left.
I mean, we could try and follow the mom and child.
To finish the job.
Yeah, finish the job of protecting them. That's all I was.
General, that's not what we're here to do.
What? We're not here to help people?
No, just kill people.
Well, I'm not here to kill people. I'm here to help.
So, Kilnar, where do you think we should go? Where we were heading, or back the way we came?
Where we're headed as well, because we've already seen where we've come.
Okay.
So, where are we going, everybody?
Where's
We need to really make a decision.
Where's the capital again?
It's Yorulvan, which is far north.
Okay.
Yeah, virtually the most north city on the map.
Ah,
If
I was thinking of the.
using UK cities as an example, if Yorulvan is London, Strecklenburg, which is to the west, is sort of Birmingham. It's a big city, but it's not the capital. Where you guys started in Slovengrad is kind of like Dover, where it's a big port. It's big, but not for the size of the city, but more for what it provides. It's a big import and export town.
This would help if I'd been to Dover.
No, but surely you know of.
I don't know scale.
The city
I didn't know-
itself isn't big, but its importance is big on the country because it has a massive dock that does a lot of the importing for the country, which it needs. Because this country when it was working, was not self-sustainable. It required imports.
Are you saying this zombie thing is happening all over the island?
From what you guys have seen, the country is no longer functioning.
We'll find out when we get there.
Slavingrad is shut down, pretty much, from what you guys saw. But no, the two main cities is Yorulvan is your capital. Strecklenburg is kind of your second capital. The other cities are of varying size and importance.
Just on the presumption that this zombie thing is magically based, where would be kind of the magical kind of mecca of the country?
In terms of where a lot of magic-y stuff happens.
Like, you got like the doctor region where like you have all the doctors live. Is there like
I'm gonna guess it's
The
Yolvan
most-
with the huge goddamn Forbidden Spire.
The capital would be your best bet, given any people of importance and archmages and scribes, arcanists would have all probably have lived there. Yorulvan's probably your better bet.
I mean, would it be best to go there to try and find a cure or alert
Probably
them?
going to need more supplies though. To get to there, we're going to need more supplies. So Salvika will actually have maybe a cart we can hook these horses up to, more food.
Well, you've got three options. With the short supplies you've got, I would say all three cities are within reach. Because don't forget, each square is only 15.5 miles wide. And it's 24 miles to a day at normal pace on foot. So in theory, 45 miles to Crossroad Data, which is the crossroad town of the country, you could get there in just under 2 days. The country's not big. So, you kind of have the option to go wherever, because like I said, the country's a lot smaller than it seems on the map. Hello?
I
Okay.
still think that we should head to Selvinka. We're kind of on the way.
Yep. Let's go. My
Okay.
big fellow.
I was just giving you guys the options, just in case. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I just wanted to point out, don't feel like you've got to go there because the country's a lot smaller than it is. But no, that's fine.
Okay,
So-
fine. I go to the little hills just to the left of us and just build a home and never move again.
Okay. Roll for house building.
Yeah, we should like build like.
We're gonna turn this into a tower defense game.
Blue
I was gonna go-
CDT.
I was gonna go like murdery cabin in the woods kind of
What
thing.
it is,
But
I'll
sure
turn all
that-
the zombies into balloons and we'll just play balloons. Right. So, you discuss it, and after a short while, Selvinka is the option to go with, considering you've kind of gone past the crossroads by a mile or two. You'd have to double back, and it might be worth going there. You know that's where the blacksmith came from. If you remember
There
that
may be
discussion.
more of those swords there.
You gather your belongings, prep yourselves, and head out, going south. Allow me to roll the dice. Okay. You start.
Hopefully that's not the number of zombies.
Say that again.
Hopefully that's not the number of zombies we run into.
No. You've got to times that by about 10 first, and then that's the number.
Yay!
200! But no, as you start making your way, it's early morning. Bargained. The fever is just constant. And it wears on you at every step. You're exerting the energy of like 5 or 6 steps, and it's painful. It's heavy. It's like as if you're wearing an extra 50 pounds of weight.
Am I
Have we
not
lost
on
the
a
horses?
nay-nay?
Did we leave the horses?
Oh shit! No, you're on horses. But even still, just the sheer effort to maintain focus and drive the stallion, because you're one of the two pilots, is just exhausting. And
So the whole breastfeeding thing is
roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, I've heard of that. Have I heard of that? It's amazing. Nursing was so painful for me at first, and my milk production seemed like it would never catch up with her demand.
Oh no, the thing's back.
But now there's always enough. The only drawback is my sweat smells a little like maple syrup. Thank you.
Along with the physical exhaustion, you start to feel
And I hardly ever sweat.
a mental probe push in, but not like the one you felt before. That one felt more of an observatory point of view, someone just observing your mind and seeing your thoughts. This one is far more perverse and invasive and suggestive. You hear words that are incoherent. You hear like every other word start to become clear, and it suggests to give in. Allow it to take control. Just let go. Release your mind to the greater good. And you focus and try and understand where it's coming from, and it's coming from inside you as this is happening. Allow us to give you direction, give you purpose. Just let go.
Gonna whack myself
Does
in the
he-
noggin with some form.
That's what I was thinking.
Short
Can I just
lived
whack
Also,
myself?
he looks like he's a bit spaced out.
Roll a perception check really quick. And what did you say, Ben?
Can I just whack myself in the head with like my fist? Maybe a bluntish object.
How much damage you want to do?
I just want to kind of give myself a little.
I'd
whack
percept
in
the
the
hell
noggin
out of
for
it.
like for an unarmed strike of 1, I believe.
Okay, so yeah, you take... Well, it's 1 plus your strength modifier. Unless you're doing it a pulled punch.
Yeah, I'm doing a pull. I don't want to fucking knock myself out.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So you take 1 point of damage, and then can you make me a concentration check? Which is a con save. Monsec, you notice that as you're travelling down the road, he's not spacing out, but there's just that... You know when someone's looking confused and he's trying to understand something, and it's like really bothering them, and you see them in deep thought? You notice him going into that sort of state, and you're trying to watch him for a moment. You can't tell what's wrong, but he just seems in a deep state of thought,
He then suddenly punches himself in the face.
and then whacks himself across the jaw. As you do that, the voices fade to black. But
That's better.
they don't disappear entirely. They just... It's almost as if someone was whispering in your ear and you've just took 5 steps away. But then you, over time, as minutes go by, you hear the voices just slowly creep back into the back of your head.
Because I just touching like back of his shoulder to get his attention, I just ask, "Is he all like? Are you all right? You seem a bit off in the skies."
I'm alright. Just a lot going on is all. Just thinking about that poor guy back there.
Me too, but we couldn't do anything else. We must move on.
Okay.
Yep.
And the voices... It's not constant. It's like every few minutes you just hear the voices like, are you ready to let go yet? Are you ready to give in to your higher purpose? And you hear a plethora of different voices. It's not a consistent voice. It's like 10, 20 different voices. Men, women, young, old. All mixed into one mishmash voice that's really fucked up to hear. And it's like echoey and bassy. And it's just very quiet. Just on your edge of hearing. And you travel in this state for 4 hours or so, travelling down the road. You're coming up to the second crossroad section, which, as you can see on the map, carrying on the road goes to Seljinka. Going the other direction will take you back towards Slovengrad and towards the small offshoot island on the right. It's as you notice this, you see the crossroads coming up, you see heavy cart tracks veered off the road, and some of the road's been churned up. And Bargund, you hear in your mind, let's go and see if you're ready. Go and take a look.
Can I just pull like a great big cup of my ale and neck it?
Mm-hmm.
I am attempting to drown these voices from my mind.
Roll a con
If you want
save.
to play around in my head, I could play around with my head too. I hope it gets comfy in there.
One thing's in your head.
Yeah, you you drink enough, and in such a short space of time, you purposely hold your nose to try and block the oxygen to dilute it.
Cake stand!
Yeah, you immediately start feeling the onset of drunken. Over the next few minutes, that state's going to increase to the point that you are considered drunk, which will be disadvantaged on attacks and skill checks.
Okay, as he's just getting more drunk, I try and take the reins more. Just like,
Yeah. So you like ghost this and just reach around him and just grab the reins instead of the pottery and just try and control the horse. But
Is Monset giving me a reach around?
yeah,
I was gonna say, what's he reaching for, Dudley?
but you all start to notice as
That's not the reins.
make a sleight of hand.
you all notice ahead, you see a large dirt chunk taken out the side of the road, and you can see where it's all been churned up and a lot of the grass has been ruined. Something at some point has veered off the road.
Can I just ask you a quick question? What effect has me necking this alcohol had on said voices? If anything.
Unfortunately, it's not made a difference. If anything, it's just made your it's just made your tolerance towards them worse.
Damn it.
As I am now going to move you all into the map. This is where you all are. So can you drag me your tokens, or do you wish me to do it?
Oh, hang on, I can't do the math just yet.
I don't know how to drag my token.
Click and drag
click
your
on
name
it,
onto
actually.
the map.
Yay!
And I attack!
No!
And attack!
That's just rude.
Sleep.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Let's go climb a tree and have a nap.
Okay.
Who are we missing? Kelmar.
Uh,
Kill him off.
So yeah, you two are on a horse there, you two are on a horse there. I'm just going to grab you some horses, but you see ahead of you the deep cut tracks in the road where something has veered off at some point.
Oh, hang on. Can I see? Up there. Yeah.
Can you see the two dirt markings?
I can now zoom out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bargund, you have the voices in your head requesting that you go and have a look.
Guys,
Oh, sorry.
something.
You said, how can you do this? You drowned your sorrows away. You're hearing voices?
Something's in my head. Just feeling a bit muddled.
Are you going to be okay?
I'll be fine. I just don't like things playing with my head. It wants me to kind of go and look. I feel like I want to, but I also know that I really don't.
That it's probably a trap planned to kill us all.
I don't disagree.
Let's put it up to a vote. Who wishes to go towards the obvious cart wreck, or continue on to the city?
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Detect magic.
Yeah.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic, and in the 30-foot radius it emanates from, apart from the magics of your companions and the sword you have brought with you, you feel nothing.
Do I notice anything unusual about Bargund?
Make a perception check.
I meant
Because-
magically.
Yeah, make a perception check, because the way it works, or at least the way I interpret it working, the auras you see are of different colours depending on the school of magic. You're trying to see if there's anything unusual with the multitude of auras he has in and around him.
$13?
Are you trying to hide, Bargund, the issues you've been having?
No, I've been fairly vocal about them.
You can see that inside there is a small orb of necrotic magic that... It's like an orb with small offshoots, like roots, that's coming from the various wounds that he has. Small orbs with roots that are just extending an inch or two in his body, mainly in like his torso and arms where he was attacked and hurt the most.
Cool
And
beans.
you see these as like a black aura compared to the pale greens and yellows of his typically druidic nature.
At least now we'll know that not necromancy, the zombies are magically induced rather than just a natural phenomenon. Excitement.
You assume.
Well, magic is natural.
Yeah, but it's not like a plague. Like,
No, why would we want a plague pandemic during this time?
But no, as you have all essentially moved down, I'm just going to say you're about here.
Yeah,
You see the road ahead of you, and you can kind of see where this cart has gone. You can see all the grass and greenery has all been torn up, and you can actually see one of the wheels entirely has been broken off on the rocks there. And you can see where the dirt has practically been... You know the machines that turf the grass up and reveal the dirt?
yeah.
Yeah, you can see where this cart impromptu did that and has made a very deep trench going slightly downhill. It's a very slight embankment. It's down, and you can see just wreckage of dead trees and broken wood and plants that have just been turfed up as this cart, obviously going at some speed, has absolutely binned it. About as bad as you'd expect a 17-year-old in a Corsa.
So, Bargain, what do you want to do?
I don't want to go.
Okay then, does anyone else want to go against that?
No.
what can we sort of? Is there any sort of like bodies that from where we are that we can see?
Perception check, please.
Hang on a minute.
I
Let
just
me
need
just
to measure some angle.
let me check.
Oh no, you'll have further view than that. Give me a sec.
Hmm?
I just measured how far I'd revealed areas for you, but no, you'll have more of a view than that.
So there's no. So I know you got like your one red tree there. Is there any other sort of trees across the area or not?
Like I said, this whatever cart has gone down here practically carved a massive hole, and a lot of it's not dense as you can see. The trees are fairly sparse, but looking
That's what I mean.
looking
It's not
around,
heavy.
considering the trees here, like as you can see, they're all averaging about 10 to 15 foot apart. There is no trees in this section. This cart absolutely tore everything up. You see fallen and felled trees.
Okay, that's fine. So from hang on,
What you see is on the actual path, you see what looks like 2 horses worth of track, roughly, and the thick, heavy cart. So it was a big cart because the tracks are deep. It suddenly took a swerve for whatever reason, which is where the 2 skid marks are. And the second... Say that again.
Knocked down trees, so it's pretty damn heavy itself.
It's a hefty cart. It's not your standard wooden, like, open-topped light cart. This thing was big and hefty. To be able to fell some of the trees here, it must have been either big, heavy, made of strong material, or all of the above.
So
Well, that seems like something we should go towards.
does it seem more carty or carriagey?
It's just tracks in the dirt. Without going and looking, you wouldn't know. It's heavy tracks. It's not light, like something really light and flimsy. These are heavy laden tracks. Whatever was being pulled made its presence known in the ground. There are 2 sets of thick, indented marks that are about 2 inches across and about 1 inch deep.
So you said 2 sets. Is that like 2 vehicles?
Like
or
left and
one?
right side.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
What I meant by 2 sets was like there's 1 set which is the left side of the car and the right side. I should
Oh,
have
okay.
specified more, yeah. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's 1
what
cart's worth, but they're
Okay, I
thick
get it.
and heavy. And the fact that what you can see looks to be 2 horses worth, normally a single horse is more than enough for a cart. So it was either built for speed or for the sake of it's that big and hefty. Or both.
How does that wheel look? Because you said we could see a wheel from everywhere. Does it look like it'd be a heavy...
Essentially, like on top of here, you see a broken wheel that is made of a mix of iron and wood. It's outer... the actual frame of it is made of wood, but it's reinforced with iron around it for an iron track, an iron tread. Every other spoke, they're shared between wood and iron spokes. And you can also see that before it was wrecked on this rock, it was fairly decorative and well made. It was nice.
Can we hear anything like there's no like screaming or shit?
That'll be another perception check for a listen rather than a look.
Yeah.
Feel free to move your miniatures as needed. You should have control of them.
Bargain? How are those voices? What are they saying?
That is a no.
Yeah, unfortunately, between the conversations that are having and the horses, just they're calm and you can't really hear much.
She never moved like she was convinced I had gotten pregnant.
You hear in the back of your head, Bargand, there are some that require convincing to join our cause, such as you are. Go and meet them. Convince them.
That's a no.
I'm happy with whatever choice you pick, Bargain. I trust your judgment.
You know what?
Essentially, out of the tongue defying things, what was said to you is there's someone down there that refuses to join the cause of whatever the voices are. Go and make them join the cause.
And I trust your judgment. I'll follow you whichever way you want.
Stay here, guys. I'm going to have a conversation with this. And I kind of pop to the edge of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe nourish.
Half following.
I'll stay with the horses and like keep them together.
Okay, McCarthy.
Oh no, I can't move
There
the
we
horse.
go.
Oh no,
Hang
he
on.
vanished.
I turn into a giant hyena,
Yeah.
and
May I
I shall
ride you?
engage. And you
Oh,
literally
no.
see me, like, as soon as he say it, like, turn to you and just kind of go. "Arrgh."
I
Okay,
think
well,
Ben
you-
is the third date.
And then I turn invisible,
Okay. That's only for 6 seconds.
and I'm going to. Yep, I'm going to turn invisible, and I'm going to use my dash action to run 60 foot kind of all through it.
I'm assuming you're going to try and be stealthy despite dashing.
I'm gonna pray that my invisibility just.
Well, the
kind
way
of
it
carries
works,
the fact, like,
invisibility
they're gonna
gives you
hear-
advantage. Dashing will give you disadvantage, so it'll be a flat stealth roll. That's if you dash
But even so,
invisible.
but it's.
If you just do a normal move and don't dash, it'll be advantage on your stealth because you've got invisibility. But when you've got an advantage and disadvantage, they cancel each other. You don't have to stealth at all. You can just go.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out, like, you're telling me to make a stealth roll, but it's not really going to make a difference because it's just going to be flat anyway. I'm
Yeah.
invisible. They're going to hear the noise.
You'll get advantage if
So
you
then-
don't dash.
I need to dash because it's only 6 seconds. So
Yeah.
So then let's just see. If they hear me, they hear me. They still can't see me to do shit
Okay.
about it.
And do you want to put where you moved to?
I just kind of want to, like, trace out like 90 odd feet.
Yep.
Because basically, I'm not doing it to kind of engage with anyone.
Oh, you're just doing it to
It's-
scope the area.
I'm
okay.
I'm just retconning.
Okay, can you use
reconning
the
even.
ruler tool just so I can see where you've pointed to? Map out where you're going to have run to, just so I can reveal the areas. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, hold on. So if that's because I can't see where I'm kind of headed to. Like, I'm definitely gonna head into this area here. Is gonna be my first point.
Okay, and that's 40 foot.
Yeah.
So as you run up, you see the cart as well as a number of bodies. And currently, like laying up against the tipped over cart, you see a man in very busted up equipment, bloody, gasping for breath as he's obviously like tired from what looks like combat given the situation. Rayleigh, you spot a miragical outline of a large creature come barreling towards you. What do you do?
I'm going to attempt to hold myself up with my weapon.
Yeah, so Bargund, as you come barreling down really quick, trying to scope at the area, you see this man kind of jolt and look, and he quickly pulls himself to his feet, and I'll say that's your reaction. What do you do, Bargund?
Because I'm running
I
after it.
continue to. I think here would end my dash, and then I've still got my normal movement, which should probably put me out to here.
Okay, let me just reveal
Oh
the
no!
area.
Hold on. Hang on a minute. Is that even there? Because I think I've got 50 feet of movement. I have. So I've got down 150.
No,
Isn't
100.
that hard due to your
If
disease?
you've got 50
100,
foot,
sorry, yeah. So there. We go to there-ish,
Mhm.
and then just kind of try and double back as close as I am. Probably going to end
Yeah.
like here.
So pop your miniature there, and what you see, Rayleigh, and you kind of don't know if it's just the fucking blood loss or the overexertion, but you just see the outline of a wavy outline of a figure come barreling towards you, and you step up and try and ready yourself just for another fucking encounter. Like again, you muster all the energy, and then you just see this vision just woof, vanish to your right, out of sight. as you continue the lap around. Roll me a perception with disadvantage, Ben, as I imagine you was looking at the cart as you ran past.
Perception.
Not bad. You see a roofed decorative carriage adorned in fineries that was made out of thick hard wood, smashed up against a rock. You see a number of dead bodies, both of the undead and not undead kind, as well as the man you saw quickly ready himself. You see a lot of blood and signs of combat, as well as 2 horses that are past their best, not Tesco shelf worthy.
Hucky duck. I shall pop to
Bargain!
here.
Bargain! Where'd you go?
Oh, where's he gone?
I'm back visible again now. You can see me now. You just see me kind of like, I vanish from here and then kind of reappear here, but all you saw was like scarper and dust marks carved into the floor. And I just kind of growl, and just kind of on the floor, just kind of look down towards the floor, and with like one of my claws, just draw a line, kind of between me and Kilnar, and just kind of like nudge him a bit with my nose, like on his side of the line, just kind of like a little nudge, not like a push. And then you see me just kind of slowly slink into this area.
Tickle, we need to tie up the horses. Something interesting is over here.
Okay. So I will lead the horses to this very sexy bare-bone tree.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go to our horses.
So yeah, the horses get neighed up.
Yeah, to this tree.
Can you big my token? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you've got to be large in you. Whoop whoop whoop.
So kind of as I see Kilnar still following me again, I kind of just turn my body in front and again just nudge a bit just to stay back.
Rayleigh, you see as you kind of try and keep an eye and like you're exhausted. It's not enough to actually be exhaustion, but you are exhausted and you just see slowly stalking towards you a giant hyena that looks semi-aggressive. You're not 100% sure.
Kind of just to describe the way that I'm approaching, I'm quite low to the ground, but my hackles aren't up, but I'm very like deadlocked eyes with you. But like my hackles are still quite low, my tail's not up in the air or anything like that. I'm just
And-
kind of
For God's sake, I'll back to try and catch up with them.
And Bargund, in the back of your head, you just hear, there he is. Convince him of your new gift. Bring him
Can
to
I even
us."
understand this language?
You
Oh.
can.
As an action, before I go over, can I turn into the child from yesterday?
Yes, but you'll be incredibly tall. Because you can only change up to the height up to 1 foot. Oh wait, no,
Maybe
you're a
the
changeling,
elven
it's different. Can a changeling
Yeah.
change their height fully?
They
Yeah.
can only
We
the
can go
only
from
thing
no.
they can't change is their actual body mass.
So
if they
no,
want to change
yeah.
their height, they have to become fatter. And if they want to change,
Yeah.
like if they want to be taller, they have to get thinner, kind of.
So
I took it you just become more dense. So someone put their child, you weigh like a full adult.
but yeah, so
As
yeah,
we're
you
slowly
you can
pulled
turn into
his
the child.
gravity.
if you want the same height, you're going to be incredibly chunky or just a very tall child.
Oh, wait.
Bearing in mind this kid was 5.
Maybe a chubby kid then.
I mean, to be fair, you could be like a 4'5" changeling.
Yeah, changing on that be.
I've got to say, there was the elven mother.
Oh, why don't I become a lady? It's against my aesthetics, even though I am a lady. Let's not discuss it. Fine, I'll become the elf lady.
Okay.
Really my dream of becoming a child.
But I'm a child!
I'm a child that's 6'4".
So, how are people reacting? As Kilnar, you are an imposing red dragonborn figure, which Rayleigh you also see. See this man, if you want to quickly describe him, Kai, just rough.
Built like a brick shithouse and bald.
There you go. Brick shithouse of a human. I'm assuming human?
Yeah.
And bald.
So I'm gently pacing kind of in front of my comrades, just backwards and forwards, just kind of.
I'm going to say,
eyeing
like,
and
I've just
assessing.
bolted from the straight to there.
Does he look like he's being bitten?
Perception check.
Do I make that as the hyena or myself?
You.
I think it's myself. isn't it?
Mental checks, wisdom, intelligence, and charisma are made by your stats. Strength, dex, and con are made by the creature's stats as a wild shape.
You should never give her peanut butter. Or honey. Or strawberries. Or eggplant.
From what you can tell, he has battle damage. He's been in a fight, but he doesn't look bitten. You can see multiple other people dead on the floor. Some are wearing not the same but similar clothing as the man here. Others different and varied. Some are peasantry, some are not. But this is the man you see.
On my all yesterday. I really just wanted it to be the two of
Isn't it your lucky day?
I'm
Kai,
gonna dead eye you and kind of like pick up the axe off the floor and look at you.
Kai, just double check Discord a sec.
Yeah.
I've just seen your message. Go on, carry on, sorry.
No, I'm just gonna look at him. I'm not gonna move past that point then.
Okay.
Because I sort of step in front of them to sort of like go, yep, we're trying to be friendly.
Yeah, you kind of see that the man in front of you is kind of, you know, when someone is so intently focused at that point, they kind of tune everything out around them, and literally he's not currently seeing you as friendly. He's just in a defensive stance of, if this shit kicks off, I'm ready to go. He doesn't know quite how to react to seeing you guys straight away. The man looks exhausted beyond belief, as if he's just finished a fairly comprehensive exercise routine, which, given the bodies around him, would probably explain some of it.
What happened here?
I'll look at you directly and say, "What the fuck do you think?"
You're a terrible driver?
I'd look at myself, then look at you and go, "Do I look like a driver?"
I have
That was the
a great
point.
big
I'm trying
hyena
to lie to
cackle.
you.
Just for the sake of pointing out, here's your driver.
He looks like he's dead good.
Yeah, essentially, as the cart hit the rock, he did like a front flip 180.
I just like slowly walk towards him to go and put my hand on him. Because I slowly move up to him to put my hand on him. Sort of lowering myself to the ground, like, eh.
I'm gonna look at you and go, "You don't need to do that. Just, if you're going to kill me, do it."
You said we were gonna kill you.
I was going to heal you, but that answer makes me question it.
Want me to kill another person?
I then touch him and just do cure wounds.
Okay, roll it. Okay, so you see Monsek. Oh, you see the human reach out towards you, Rayleigh. And the hand glows with like a pale, warm light.
Oh, at the second I see that, I'm going to go, oh, thank the gods.
And as it touches you, you feel some of the wounds close. And you feel better.
So, what happened here?
I'll put my battle axe up against what's left of the cart and sit on the foot holster, if you want to call it, otherwise known as a step. But you know what I mean. You know what the driver kind of puts his feet on.
Oh, at the front, you mean? Yeah.
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 And I'm going to climb over it and go to the corpse of the driver.
Okay.
I was talking to you.
So yeah, you climb over and you like head towards the driver over here.
I want to
Opportunity attack.
pilfer the key
Follow him.
out of his pocket.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
I'm going to pop down here and be keeping a heckin' eye on the
Shit.
woods.
You remember that the carriage doesn't have a door lock.
Great. Okay, well, I'm going to look at you as I stand back up and say, probably what you can imagine, and then I'm going to walk to the back of the cart.
Yeah. Well, the just for the sake of explaining, imagine, you know, like the Queen's carriage. This is what this sort of look like. It's got the doors on the sides, so like you'd have to climb on top of it to get to the door. There's no back door. There's a window at the back, which if someone wants to peer in, they can.
Yes, please.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Perception.
You see inside the body of a female. Inside, you see a storage crate right in front of the window on the outside. But you see a woman in a very fine dress that is unmoving on the inside. It's currently dark because all the windows are covered except the one that's above. You can just see shades that this woman doesn't look like she's moving at all. Where she probably would have been sat by the window you're looking at, she's propelled the other side of the carriage and is like crumpled all over herself into a pile.
Oh. So who's the girl? Yelling out.
I'd turn to you and kind of drop my head a bit and say, she's the lady I was in charge of protecting.
Can I saunter over with my feminine body?
Okay.
And I can't remember if she had big tits or not.
Medium.
Medium. I like
Solid B plus. Like maybe close to a C.
Cup size.
Yeah.
Oh, she had tiny tits. She had tiny tits. That's fine.
Whoa!
Solid B, but like on the border of BC.
So she had. That's fine. I can deal with tiny tits. I can like hurt them up slightly and work wonders with them. I can work with it. I can work with a tiny chest.
Oh god.
Fucking hell. Go on, carry on. I'm interested to hear this now.
Does it make more sense if I tell you my sister's got like a G?
Yeah, but a B and a C
Anyway.
is actually average. Like it's normal, but go on, carry on.
I'm
Also
just
know
ready.
Mike is not accustomed to boobs.
I'm
Let's
just ready.
remember boobs.
I was
I'm
going to
just
say,
ready, I'm
you don't have
not
experience
slided.
with them. It's carry
Anyway, okay. With my average tiny chest, I walk over, and I'm like, and I come over to him. I'm like, "Hey, Mister, where are you coming from?" I can't do a feminine voice. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. I don't do feminine very often.
What you see this high elven woman in a very simple green and white dress. She looks to be like a standard person, not no one noble or poor, and introduces herself.
I've got to say, knowing how my powers work, do I know it's tickle?
I would say, considering why would this woman that you killed the husband of be back? Yeah.
And tickled clothes.
Eh?
It's a reasonable
And in
deduction.
tickled clothes.
I think all of us lot know that, Sam.
I would say, for the fact that I don't think the changeling's voice changes, so you can kind of tell. You can tell because you've had to do it yourself, but other people, it's pretty solid voice, we'll say. But you can tell when it's a voice being put on because you're a master of them yourself.
Well, I'm going to look at her and go, no thanks.
How rude.
As you say that, I pull off my gauntlet and show you a ring.
What? Don't want to suck my dick? You suck your dick for it. Did you say this is going? Sorry, that,
Damn.
I'm kind of lucky. Why are you showing me a ring? I don't understand.
It's a
I'm
wedding
married.
band.
Ah.
For fuck's sake.
After that,
Basically, he shows you that I am married, I have no interest.
one, that's a lie, and two,
You know. And two.
it's a lie because all men are disgusting. And have you seen the average tit? No, we can say no, it's just average tit.
Joke's on you, my wife has firmer B cups. She's on the high end.
I ended B, okay.
No competition.
Is she the lady in the card?
No.
Ah.
Actually, you know what? As you say that, I'll firmly say no, but then I'm going to open the door and kind of pull the storage crate out and drop it on the floor in front of you.
Mm-hmm. You see a large, gilt-edged trunk just be in front of you.
So is that the one from the back end or from inside, sorry?
Inside.
Yeah, it's a small trunk, but it's fairly hefty. The one on the back is plain. It's attached to the cart and would store things inside, typically for whoever's using the transport. It's like a boot of a car.
Ah, okay. Can
So
I
kind
just...
of do a little bit of a wonderback.
A Wunderback.
A wonderback. And kind of look down to the floor and again just kind of get one of my paws out and just trace in like really big letters because you know I'm not all that dexterous with this. Just put like claw into the ground. What?
What about what?
What were they doing? Or what's in the
And then
trunk?
I'm then just looking at the trunk.
I will go over and attempt to open the trunk.
The one that he's just produced, or the one that's on the back of the cart?
The one that
presume the
he's
back-
just produced.
The one that he's
Oh,
produced.
Oh, so I thought it was up here, so you wanted the boot.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was at the back.
No.
Is it over here?
The one that he's just got out was from inside the cart. He's literally just jumped on top of the cart, pulled the door open, reached in and threw that down, and it landed with a heavy thud. It's not a big trunk, but the one on the back of the cart is attached. It's like comes with it, and it's fairly sizable.
I mean the one that he just threw down. Sorry, I thought it was
Okay.
over there. I'm trying to not stand on people
It's
as well.
a
Apologies.
painted green
Apologies,
wood.
man, sec.
It's a painted green wood with a silver, like, metal trim.
Then just kind of trace what in the ground and stare at the crate.
I'm going to step with one foot onto the top of the crate, and I'm going to look at all of you and say quite clearly, this is a reward for helping me, but I can guarantee you almost like 7 times the amount in here if you're willing to help me.
I hear reward and several.
I look you dead in the eye and I go,
Popping,
it's a
like
noble
popping my
reward.
head around the cart.
Yeah, Manny.
Before we carry on, I'm no still in full slutty form, but like, what do you know about the zombies?
I know that they can kill a lot of people and that they don't like it when you kill them.
Do you know where they came from?
Most
No idea.
people feel the same way.
I'd kind of point to the people who were with me and say, well, they died to the zombies, then they died to me again.
The double D.
Fuck's sake, Blake.
Okay then, so what is our task as you're throwing money at us?
I'd kick the chest towards you and say, we'll worry about that in a minute.
You see on the top of the crate is like it's essentially, it's got twine tied around it, and you see there's a letter that's attached to the underneath the twine. It's like it's strapped to the box.
Tickle, this is more your expertise.
Have I still got my detect magic going?
Just double check the length.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, no, you still got it.
Do I detect anything magical about the box, the carriage, what's inside the carriage?
The box that was just kicked towards you, no. The bodies around you all give off that same seed of necrotic energy.
Well, I'm presuming it's more widespread in those than it is in our.
You can also see coming from the woman on the inside a faint abjuration magic just glowing on the hand.
Oh, I'm climbing right in that carriage, right in there. I mean, I was going to do anyway, but
you
climbing
see the body of a young adult, probably about late 20s, jet black hair, very fine, white dress, white and black dress, hair, makeup done to the hilt. You see a fine silver ring with a sapphire stone inlaid in it on the right hand.
Was that the magic one?
Yes.
Can I pop it off?
You pop it off. You hold in your hand a silver ring.
I am stood at the door. Can I see if he steals this thing?
Well, the thing is, the cart's tipped up on it. No, the cart's on its side. He's had to climb up on top of the cart, drop into it. You could probably see him through the back window messing with the body, but you can't see him take anything.
Okay.
Can I also check to see if he's actually dead? Like, check for a pulse.
Medicine check.
Which is what I was going to do before you mentioned rings. 14?
Judging by the fact that the neck was bent at a 90-degree angle directly backwards, so her face was pointing where her back is. Yep, I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Yeah, she's dead.
Essentially, what it looks like, she hit the rock. The cart hit the rock. She was propelled forward, and top of the head hit the wall of the cart and just shattered the neck. Instant death. It would have been instant.
I think she's fine. I think we should just get her out the car.
Whereas the other people would have been thrown off and then had to deal with the issues at hand. She was mercifully granted a quick end.
Can I take note of her specific details in case I need to recreate this later?
You surely can.
Because, hey, I need a new look in a bit. You know what?
Also notice that she's wearing other various pieces of jewellery that could be of value but not magical.
You know what? Fuck it. Just take them all. Take them all.
Okay. You have a necklace and a pair of earrings. Both gold. Both are laid with different gems. You figure to be worth about 400 gold. 250 for the necklace and 150 for the earrings.
Okay, I'll whack them in my pocket.
Okay.
Do I need some shoes?
You
like
take
shoes.
a bitch's shoes.
Oh, you look, I'm not taking the entire outfit for later. The entire thing.
Well, luckily, because it was a neck break, the clothes aren't actually ruined.
Oh man, I really want that dress.
They are scuffed, and there's a couple of rips where she's hit the wood and splinters have ripped at the dress, but still a very nice dress.
Oh
god damn you, Tickle.
I need clothes to disguises. They don't just grow on trees. They're not pears.
I'm gonna say, while he's doing this, I'm gonna go read the letter on top of the box.
Okie dokie. You pull the letter, and it is addressed to Lady Amara. It is signed and sent by Lord Byron.
When
In-
I
Oh,
when
go
I
on.
read, like, I'll read this out loud so that Bargain can hear it.
Yeah.
But when it says to and
Does he think I've injured her?
You've just cut off Sam.
oh no,
When it says
Is that better?
to,
like I point at the cart and like see if that's her.
Don't lie, it's not for my benefit. It's just for the fact that you can't read in your head. What are you lying for?
so Rayleigh, as he just reads like to Lady Amara and kind of half points at the cart, assuming for confirmation.
I'd nod.
You have been cordially invited to attend a banquet in the glorious capital of Yorulvan for celebration of the first annual holiday of Ave Leon. Your presence is wishfully asked for by Lord Byron,
What do you need me to do?
and the event will take place in but a week's time.
I know I can count.
And you have been here
A day.
how long?
Can I
saw
hear
a
them?
lift
from
They-
above?
on the chest.
They left the city of Selvinka. That's where they came from. And from what the letter gathers, probably heading to Yorulvan.
Can I hear this from inside the car?
Yeah, he's reading this out loud.
Okay. So I'll shout out. Hey mister, how badly did you need her for this mission?
You've seen
This-
this kind of thing on TV, and you think
I'm just gonna ignore the question.
one of those poor people.
Rude.
I'm just gonna pop open.
I'm going to say, I could
the
just
box.
imagine this elven woman just sticking her head out. How bad did you need her for this mission? Hmm? Just not giving a shit, just very, like, well, how bad?
Gets that answer and then head pops back down.
I'm gonna need that dress. I'm gonna need that dress for this. I
So are you going to
believe.
spend the next few minutes stripping a corpse?
Hey, need must.
Okay.
I can't afford an expensive dress for this party.
Yeah.
As I hear him going through clothes, I'll quickly shout, "Might I remind you that necrophilia is still illegal in this place?"
Does he presume I'm a lesbian after I've like propositioned him about his wedding ring?
Well, that's what he's said.
You might be multi.
Nah.
I was gonna say, as soon as he said illegal in this day, I saw a freeze for a second and just like look back up at him and then look back down.
I noticed that, and I'm just gonna shake my head at you.
I need the dress. In all honesty, we're gonna need that dress because
Yeah.
I cannot afford.
It's
I
going to
cannot
take you a
afford.
few minutes because it's, you know, the old Victorian style dresses where the corset
Yeah.
is like 20 million laces that need to undo.
Yeah.
And
I cannot afford the
corsets
nice
and
things.
Well,
The basque. It's,
while
it's a
you're
process.
defiling the corpse, I'll speak loudly to all of you, saying, "All I need you to do is take me to that place. I need to tell the Lord what's happened.
Carry on.
We're
I'll
heading
probably
to-
get beheaded, but you guys will get paid a fortune."
Well, we're heading back to your original town to get some supplies, and then we could head that way as soon as that happens.
That's fine by me. I just need to claim the ring off my lady's corpse as proof of life.
Tickle, ring.
Are you literally saying tickle ring? Because I can't. I can't.
We
I
told you
can't.
to hold that ring.
You hear just this hyena cackle just echo through the woods.
I sigh. Just at that, just sigh deeply.
Fuck's sake, just the thought of this hyena just randomly busting laughing.
Tickle, did you still ring?
I'm gonna say, how much is in the chest? Like, just quickly open it and see what's in it.
First glance, couple hundred gold.
divided by 4.
Need more money.
Is there anything else you need from here?
No.
Well, we've got some horses and sunlight is being burnt away. So let's go! And just start walking away with the chest.
Okay.
Have I finished?
I mean, with the chest, how much strength do you have? Is this like a heckin' drag?
Well, it's probably about 25, 30 pounds.
Oh, it's a drag.
No, I think he's loaded to be able to bear it. Because if I remember
Yeah, I was
right,
gonna
it's,
say,
it's something
yeah,
like
it's
100
zero.
pounds plus 5 times your strength score is what. how
Yeah,
much-
I'm just imagining this bard literally like picking up a chest and ramming it into their backpack in video game logic.
Oh yeah, no. No, what
I
he's doing is
picked it up
he's
and I'm
holding,
taking it back to the horse.
he's holding it with 2 arms, clutching it to his chest, and he's like, "Don't worry, guys, I got it." It's kind of that.
And I just give the old cackle, cackle, cackle as I trundle back up. And I kind of go over to the nenays, and
Yo.
they might be a little bit frightened, but I still have access to my speech of beast and leaf.
Yes.
And in giant hyena, I say to them, "Don't worry, it's just me, Barkant."
Because that makes it all better.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Um,
So
Kai,
And then
you should
shoot
be able
them
to
a big-
control that
a big
token, by the way.
great, and then give them a great big grin with all of like my mooring gnashers.
Roll intimidation.
I'm not intimidating them.
But you are. You're not actively.
You're a
intimidating.
predator. They are prey.
No, that's rude.
True.
I'm
Um,
heckin' scary. But they understand what I say to them.
As they both start freaking out, like, oh no, oh no.
They are tied to the tree, so at least
Yeah, I
they're
know
not
they can't
running
go
away.
anywhere, unfortunately, which makes it worse for them.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's only me.
have I finished my undressing yet?
Yes, I will say that after a few minutes, you just slip the undergarments off, and you now have a complete set of noblewoman's evening attire.
Sorted. Okay. I'll like bundle them up and like kind of put them together with some rope, whatever. So they're like.
Oh yeah, and it's puffy dress as well. So like, as you're clutching it to you, it's like the floof is like everywhere.
Yeah. I'm trying to like bundle it up a bit so it's like tied up, so it's
Yeah.
less.
What do you do?
Then
You
I'll
like
hop it.
roll it like a sleeping bag, and you just press and condense it. It's still,
Yeah.
it's not heavy, but it's big.
That's fine. I can deal with it.
It's puffy.
Then I hop out and can I just check the back of the car with like that chest thing?
Yeah, it's locked at the minute.
I'm going to walk over and stand behind them and say, "You've stolen enough."
That's what you think, mister. Do you not need the supplies?
I'd put my hand out and say, "Give me the ring."
I present my butt.
I was gonna say, you say, do you want to see if you can find where I've hidden it? And I'll just like caress my breast.
I'm just going to leave my hand held out.
Carry on, mister.
I'll make it firmly clear that if you don't give me the ring, you are going to get jack shit.
Okay.
This ring is worth half of what I just gave to the people in your group, and you're going to get a fuck mode more than it. I need that ring for you to get your money.
Can I attempt?
I'm just trying to mount this chest onto one of the horses after they calm down.
Okay.
Can I attempt to fit the lock on the back of this thing?
Do you have lockpick tools?
You said I had like half a kit.
Yes, I did. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
There you go. Sleight of hand is a 22.
It pops like a sweet butternut popcorn.
I'm going to slam it shut on my hand and then lean on it.
Please don't make me kill you, because I quite like you.
Or give up the ring.
Oh, are you making me go full golem?
And do you really want to annoy me?
Do you want me to go full golem?
I'm leaning on this box.
How metal is his armor?
Pretty damn metal.
I'd then like to remind him that you won't get shit if I'm not with you when you go to the central.
We weren't gonna get shit before we met you, so yeah. We've just got your word. We've just got your word and a big chest of gold that you've just given us for free.
And a letter, and a
Exactly,
very nice
which is
carriage.
more than we would have had if we could go and do this. So give up the damn ring.
Okay, I'll give him the ring for now.
I'll pocket
Yeah.
it and say, now you can have what's in the chest, and walk off.
Okay.
I give a little kind of growl towards Terry, and just not like an intimidating, but just a bit of a, just a
Like you,
come the
dickhead.
fuck on.
Yeah.
Like yeah, just a come the fuck on.
You
I'm
pop
still checking.
the chest open,
Mhm.
and it's mostly rations and food and water. Very nice as well, because it's for a lady. You also see inside another trunk, which is smaller, which essentially is the lady's suitcase, which contains spare clothes, makeups, other fineries.
Oh, I'll be needing that.
Contain a garment finer than the one he just stripped off her naked body.
Well, it's equally as fine, but it's not damaged and fucked up like the one she was wearing.
There you go. See?
There's that time wasted.
Oh, I'm picking up my battle axe as well before you even try and use it against me, saying that I fucking left it.
Okay.
Damn it.
It's in my mouth already. Hyena with a battle axe.
Oh.
The hyena just runs.
You fucking thief.
Okay, I'll just bundle it all up as much as I can and carry it off.
Well, it's your trunk, so you can just take the trunk. But there's
Actually
also
not.
next to it the bags of food and water.
Yeah, can I attempt to like bundle it all together to carry it?
It's a balancing act, but yeah, you are able to slowly, like, you have to stop every few feet as something falls off, and it's like, oh fuck, and you pick it up and put it back on top and carry on.
So as it comes out to the forest in this like bumbling ground of things.
Then can I go up to the horses? Oh, thank you. I forgot to move myself. Gonna go to my pony friend. And is there any like apples or like kind of horse supplies in with that?
It's a lot of, it's because it's travel foods. It's a lot of fine vegetables and dried crackers and things like that.
Maybe
It's-
nuts.
Yeah, it's dried fruits, nuts, crackers, some sourdough breads that are designed to last a little longer. It's essentially nice rations, really nice rations, outside of the just standard dry meats and stale bread.
Yeah, horses can eat dried fruit. I'm sure they can. It's fine. I attempt to feed the horses this dried fruit.
They'll take it. No issue, it's good food.
There you go, horsey and the
But-
mare.
It's also, if you don't feed it to the horses, the equivalent of about a month's worth of rations, 30 days.
I'm not giving it all, just the fruit.
Okay. We'll say for the sake of it's about 3-4 days worth of rations you knock off. So you have 26 days worth of rations, which includes sourdough breads, crackers, nuts, some cured meats, but the nicer cuts of meat.
Yep. And I'll just give the horses some more love. Because they're my new friends. And I try to calm them down because of the hyena situation.
Okay.
Because I need some love.
You weren't there for that. How
Didn't
do you
I-
know it's me that? How do you know it's me they're scared of?
True, it's the dickhead in the armour.
Are you okay, Bargain? How are you feeling? Those voices?
Probably the same in a wild shape or not.
The voices in
Taking
your
that
head,
left.
Bargand, while you have done your best to ignore them, have slowly but quietly been teasing you. There he is. He kills your kind. Make him see the right path. Join us now.
I'm literally just like, I don't even know how to kind of put it across. Like, I'm just stealing myself, probably. Like, I'm aware that I can hear these voices, but they're quite aware that I'm just actively ignoring them. Like, in my head, like, I've got my fingers in my ear going la 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 la.
Yeah. I'm with you. You
I think that's
guys
the best, like, the
notice
best
as
way
you
I
try
can
and
put it.
speak to Bargand, he is actively ignoring you. But you guys don't know. He's ignoring the voices in his head, which is causing him to ignore pretty much everything around him. But it seems as if he's actively ignoring you guys as you're trying to speak to him, as he's just trying to look dead ahead at the road ahead and nothing else.
And also, can I just clarify? I'm still a goddamn hyena, so I can't really talk to you.
I gotta say, I just tap you on your upper shoulder and then just walk back towards the horses.
Relax all the time. You have to.
I'm just kind of staring at Kilnar in front of me, like,
Kilnar's
Well
being
then,
stared at
what
by
do
a
we?
hyena.
What does he want, man?
Oh, he wants you.
So how's the therapy going?
oh no, it was literally just for the fact that you were stood in front of me at the time, and then you moved, literally as I said it.
Like, oh shit.
Nate and I never fight.
Do we want to head off then?
Yeah, I've got to say, I'll just jump, like untie one of the horses with the gold attached to, and literally hop on.
I'm assuming for the sake of Tickle, you attach your trunk you found to the same horse.
Mhm.
So there is now one horse who's currently cargo in it. There's another horse that's available, and then obviously the rest of you will be on foot.
I've got to say, I've got the one that's got cargo on it, like riding it. It's the only last.
Party. Hello, I'm Carol, Lisa's boss.
I will say Rayleigh has disappeared for a moment. He has gone to relieve himself in the water closet. He will be back momentarily, so I will be taking his stead and controlling his character.
He's pissing in the woods.
He is. He will.
He's pissing
Joke's on you.
on
I
my
made
fucking
piss.
nature. How dare you? Pissing on my nature. How dare you?
Sorry, I didn't mean to do it in a bucket.
These are my woods. This is my
I'm
house.
sorry, please.
Oh, sorry. All you hear is me just going.
Well, then I apologise to the growling hyena.
That's right, Melissa killed him.
Oh no, he's not growling. You know when a dog looks like they're attempting to talk and it's just that roar, 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 roar. That's all you're getting.
But I've never really heard a hyena do it, so I don't really know how to do it in a hyena voice.
It doesn't matter. We can role play. It's magic
Other than,
bullshit.
no, but that's what I mean. Like, I don't know how to do it, so I'm kind of like.
We'll just go with that. That's what they do.
What was the question?
Oh, it was just essentially they've loaded up the one horse with the two chests, the one of gold, the one of the lady's clothes. Kilnar is taking one of the two spots on the other horse. Obviously, three of you are going to have to walk.
The hyena can walk.
I'll walk.
Okay.
I'm already on a horse.
So you and Kilnar are on the one horse, the other one is cargo.
Get behind me.
Who's not on a horse?
Me. I will. I will
So
lead it.
I kind of look back towards you, and just kind of look at my back, and just give a little gentle head nod towards it. Because technically, I believe you should be able to ride me as.
Yeah, it's a large
large.
creature. You should be able to, yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm riding the hyena.
For at least the next hour.
Yeah.
For an hour. Thereabouts.
Okay, so I'm just going to take it back to the world map. So we guys can track your progress.
I gotta say, as we travel, Song of Rest. Oh, one minute. When I swap with somebody to sort of give them a rest on the horse, I just like do my Song of Rest. I'm gonna have a short rest during this.
Yeah, I'm essentially just tracing a line down to where you are from where you started. Just so we can track session. I'll delete it at the end of the session, just so we can track, like, oh, this is how far you travelled. So it's about mid-afternoon right now. You're not quite sure of the exact time. You feel that you could probably get to Selvinka by the end of the night, or by the start of the night.
Let's do this then.
Let's do this.
Guys, shouldn't we check to see what sort of ask Mr. Armour Boy what sort of state it was when he left? It's only been a day. So I was having trouble before Slavengrad.
We can do that on the walk.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying you're like, oh, let's just go in. But I'm saying, should we ask him like what sort of situation we're walking into?
Yeah, what happened?
You know what happened?
Wow. I'd tell you if I knew.
Is
I
everybody
was
dead?
already halfway across to pick up the lady before any of this started.
Right, so where's the lady from?
She's from Selvinka.
There.
She's one of the ladies that lives there who presides over it. Essentially, the way de Gron's leadership style works, it's similar to parliamentary system where each village, town, city holds an election and then elected officials represent on a council who make
Okay,
the
but-
decisions for everything.
But in the time of things, weren't they having problems even before the zombies?
Do you
So
mean?
shouldn't he have? If you said they were having like crop problems and like missing and all that
Yeah.
stuff, so surely within the day of him leaving from there,
He was aware of some of the crop failures and issues like that, but obviously, given this man's duties, it fell outside of his jurisdiction. Considering,
I'm thinking,
from what you've gathered, this man was a proprietor for looking after the nobility household.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, because it's of the time frame of how long it took the zombies to get to Slavengrad, wouldn't that have been over a day?
Yes.
So wouldn't the zombie problem would have been full swing in Slavinka when he was there?
Depends on when it occurred. Because the man you saw fleeing Selvinka he was about a day, so in theory the two people would have left at about the same time, and given the fact that obviously they were derailed, would make sense. Also, based on the timeline of the two corroborations and Slavengrad's state, it doesn't seem feasible that the attacks, it was the same attack. It must be two separate ones that happened at the same time or near the same time, coordinated almost.
Okay, that's fine. So that just firms up that it could be coming from somewhere other than just south.
Possible.
Fine then.
But you have this discussion as you travel for the rest of the day.
Can I tell if he's lying to me about him not knowing anything?
Insight check.
Also, DM question.
Yes,
Are they horses, draft horses?
they are draft horses.
Because two have draft horses. That's okay then. So I don't need to slow down kind of as I'm leading the charge because they have more movement speed than
I'm just gonna put a 1d6, just if Cal needs it.
Okay.
Oh, for the song of resting.
Yeah, because that's what I was doing. It's like, yep, while we're doing that, does he need any more healing while that's active?
So essentially, you can take a 1d6 Rayleigh for healing as the Song of Rest
There you
takes
go.
hold of you.
Oh,
Can I
boy.
recover
You-
one of my hit dice
you
from my
gain-
one
Yep,
missing
it's
hit
to
point?
everybody.
5 hit points of health back on top of what you were healed earlier as well, Kai.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can recover one of mine as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 to
Yay.
each person.
It's only 1 hit point, but hell, 1 hit point is 1 hit point. That's the
So-
truth.
So with the 20, do I notice if he's being deceptive?
Hang on. So, you take a look and he seems to be telling you the truth. It just seems that his ignorance is... You're mistaking what you think is ignorance for... That's not my job to care about. I did my bit by doing what I was told to do, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not my job, not my problem.
Exactly. It's
Well,
not
guess what?
ignorance, it's just lack of care, because guess what? It's outside my jurisdiction, but
It's his problem now, though.
it's nightfall by the time you reach Selvinka. And let me
As
take...
we approach, can I have a look at, like, if there's anything coming around? Does it seem like there's movement or anything like the city would be, or the town would be?
make
up.
a perception check.
I'll assume as well, just kind of... It's taken us longer than an hour to get here. The second that my wild shape drops, kind of like, I imagine that I kind of pop out with a...
Well, you do
Terry
get
the Tickler almost on my
you do get
shoulders.
a slight warning. You kind of feel in the back of your mind when your spells that have a duration, you kind of know, like, yeah, the power's waning and it's going to fail.
Yeah, but I kind of brace myself and like kind of as I come out of wild shape, it's almost as if like Terry just gets lifted up onto my shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm not getting a piggyback.
Grab upwards towards his body and just, if
Ooh.
you're okay with it, Terry, and not arguing, I'll just kind of pick you off my shoulders and kind of put you on the floor.
I've got to say, I
Okay.
would have offered
I go
bargain
back to one of
the
the
horse.
draft horses, the one that's carrying the 2 chests, and just kind of pull them off the horse. And say,
I've got to say, I was already getting off the horse. I've got to say, I was going to, I was offering it to you. As you
no,
changed,
but
it was
like,
like, yeah, you're weak enough, I'm getting you off.
I pull the chests off and just kind of go, I'll carry these. Because with my powerful build, I can kind of carry a sarge larger than my own.
Okay,
I
I
can
wasn't
quite
going to
happily
let you
lug.
ride the horse, but okay.
And I can just kind of lug on the things and everyone else can jump on the horses.
Yay.
Ow, cat. You
There's
bastard.
advantages to being giant kin. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
So, you slowly head into the town, and Monsec, you keep an eye out for anything. Where at night you would have expected to see torches lit and just the very faints of life that the night time brings, you see nothing. You see small fires where buildings are currently alight. You see no torchlight. You hear very little in the way of sound. You do hear the sounds of panic and combat and inside the city, but that's it. Rayleigh, this is your first time seeing and hearing this. As when you left Salyinka, yeah, it had its issues, but it was still okay.
Damn.
And just for reference, Rayleigh, this was the lady's home.
Mhm.
So, you were in the town before. Do you know anywhere that would have had a cart that we could probably use? And maybe food or weapon supplies?
I'd look at you and go, yeah, back where you found me.
Ones that are working.
Shake my head.
Like this, like, shitty grin.
No idea.
DM, would that be something that his character would actually know, though?
Well, given the fact that you see him looking over at Selinka being a ruin of a town from when he left, yeah, maybe the places that were working, probably not so much.
But still have an idea of where to start. Let's Scooby-Doo this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
no, yeah. You've got the tavern, which is direct centre of town, which you can see as the red building. You've got the smithy, which might be a good shout, which if I can look around my cat, because he's just started to sit up, is this building here that you can see me pinging.
Is your cat about to roll 100 d4s again? Because I'm down for it.
I don't know.
No, not the 100 d4s.
Which area are we coming from?
The north.
Hang on, so the top.
Yes, that's where
So
north is.
Not always. So kind of.
My campaign and my maps are always skewy.
So we're coming from. Hang on, between the two towers.
Yeah, no, I try and keep them consistent, so up is north on the maps.
So
And
we're
if
kind
you
of
look
there.
compared to the world map, yeah, you are coming from top down, so you're going travelling south.
Shall we make our way in then?
Yeah.
I mean, which
So I
building
feel
do you?
like this is going to be a fight.
I
So
mean,
kind of as I walk into town, like as we're heading in, can I kind of see anywhere that I can kind of drop these two chests that I'm looking on my back at the minute?
There are plenty of places, like the floor.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Once he
not
drops
so
the
much like a
chest of
floor,
gold-
just kind of like near maybe like the wall or something here.
Yeah,
or,
so
like,
just as you enter
behind it,
the
and just kind of
town perimeter, you could kind of like put them behind the wall, just tucked up against it.
yeah, just tuck them up against the wall and maybe throw a bit of rag over them.
Yeah.
I assume like I
How
can
much,
find a bit
how
of
much
rag.
gold was in that chest again?
I pull the dress
200.
off Terry the Tickler and just kind of throw
Okay,
it
I'm
over
gonna
the
say, when he
chest.
puts the chest down and attempts to hide it, I literally just walk up, uncover it, grab the gold out, and just grab 50 of it out,
Yeah.
and go, yep, you can leave your shares here, I'll take mine, and pop it in my pouch.
So concerned you with the material belongings.
You
And
made
then
me
give him an SMDH, just shake my hand. So concerned.
and I join in shaking my head at Monesk as I put my earrings and necklace on.
Is he still on the back of the horse?
Wow.
Behind me? Can I just flip him off?
Wow.
Just like, yeah, so concerned with a clip, and a put on a big necklace. Just like, so concerned.
So you see the perimeter of the town wall, and you enter, and yeah, this town probably wasn't the most active, especially at night. It's a farming town for the most part. It's not very big, probably a few hundred people, but it's quiet, and a lot of the wildlife is running amok in the streets. You see what looks like pigs, boars, are running wild and squealing in a panic.
Can I use my speech of beast and leaf to just kind of go, friends, allies, gather upon me?
Do you understand them when this happens?
I don't understand them, but they understand me.
Okay,
So they can understand what
roll
I'm
a
saying to
persuasion
them.
check, please.
2 seconds. Just heading back upstairs. I'll be able to click it in a minute unless you want to click it for me. You're welcome to. I have a lot of stairs.
You do.
I will click it for you.
Awesome.
Your persuasion is a 16. 16? Not bad. As you shout this out, a good 3-4 boars hear you. Their heads snap towards you and they bolt at you and start squealing profusely.
As soon as I hear
In a
the loud
distressed
noise, I pull
panic.
out my rapier.
Okay, you pull out your rapier and what? Just hold it?
Not to attack, just that thing of... Last time there was a huge amount of loud noise, those creatures swarmed us, so I'm being ready.
Oh yeah. Oh. Pro attack.
When you pull your sword out, they flinch at you and kind of squeal more, but they're looking back and forth between Bargand and Monsec.
And so I kind of put my hand out across Monsec and just in front of where his rapier is and just kind of kneel down to the piggies and just kind of go, "It's okay, I know it's scary times. We're here though, it's okay, come to me." And just with a big open arms.
They're still squealing at you, like they're trying to shout something at you.
Can
I
I?
understand what you're
sense?
saying, but do you maybe, if there's danger inside you're trying to warn us about, can you nod your head?
They do.
Okay, does everyone... I'll get him on episode.
Can I just say? Can I
Oh
just say?
god, who fell down the stairs?
Can I just say? Is it undead things? Nod your head.
They do.
Do you want to leave? Nod your head.
Yes, they do.
Then go and kind of point them over towards the woods where we just left.
They
I'm
squeal
not
at you.
promising it's any safer, but you'll have a better chance out there than in here at the minute.
They start squealing towards you again as if trying to communicate.
I can't understand you. Sorry. So they
Can
know
I have a
that.
listen out for any of the undead groans and things we've been hearing? Sort of hear if there's
Perception
been-
check, please.
So sorry, were the boars in a paddock or something, or were they just wandering about?
About.
Okay.
13.
Unfortunately, because of how loud and profusely the bovines are squealing, you are unable to tell if there's anything groaning in the distance or nearby.
Can I look behind us?
Make a perception check as well, please. But as you explain, Bargain, that you can't understand them, the 4 of them split and start squealing at the other party members.
Oh, fuck it.
I really think I can understand it.
I'm just going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
You're going to have
You want
better
to
luck
just-
than I am.
Ran from Bargain and then one each in front of each of us.
Okay. So, the second you cast it, you suddenly, cut in halfway through. Don't you understand? There's more than just the undead here. We're in danger. We need help.
Can I crochet and say, hey, Mr. Trigger, and give him a head rub, because I head rub everything, apparently.
We're not
And be like,
pigs. We're people. Or at least we was.
oh, guys! These are people? I'm excited. I've never met a pig person.
Unzip.
Oh,
You've gone
isn't that
mad.
adorable? And I
Has
kind
he
of
got-
just,
has
I
he
just
got
kind
mad,
of
or is
lean
he
down
actually
and just.
talking to it?
There was a...
Ask them what did this.
Ah.
Just kind of give one of them a little butt scratch and just be like, "Oh, you little human bacon."
We're just normal people.
No.
There was a crazy wise woman that in the forest she After the undead attack, she came in and started turning people into us, into pigs. We want to come back to normal, back to people.
Do you know? Have you met her before, or is she new?
No, we don't know her. Please, find her, help her, make her turn us back. We want to be human again. We want to go. We want to leave. We don't want to be pigs.
What are they saying?
Sorry, you could say something. Did you say they did know her?
No, we don't know her.
Okay, sorry, that's fine. Don't
They
know
are
who-
talking extremely frantic like that.
No, it's okay. It's just sometimes on my end you cut out a bit in
It's
between words,
fine. It's fine.
so I just have to ask. They said they don't know her, which is in the forest. Which way forest? There's lots of forest.
Southeast. Southeast.
Guys, they're in that way. Point southeastward, which I presume is.
Please make her come back. Make her turn us back. We want to be human. We want to leave. We don't want to deal with these. There's all there's the other people attacking the people. There's the animals being hurt. They're there coming after us. We don't know what to do. The buildings are on fire. We can't talk. We need help. You're the only one who can understand us. Please help.
Mr. Piggy, or creature, did the zombies
We're
attack?
people. We're human. Or at least we was.
Was.
help.
Yeah.
Please.
I will help, but I need you to calm down slightly and pat him a bit more. I'm-
What are
Stop
they
it.
saying?
No, don't pack.
I'm emotionally bonded with this pig person now. Can we keep him? Anyway, but so are the zombies attacking the pig people?
Yes.
Ah,
They're
so
attacking
zombies
everything.
the
Animals.
zombies like
Us.
bacon.
Other people. It's not nice.
Okay. Is there anywhere safe in the village we can hide you?
Let me roll for it. Let me roll, it is a 3. I don't know! Nowhere's safe here. It's terrible. Everything's on fire, or undead, or that bastard bitch might come back.
I thought you wanted to come back. Just turn your back.
Yeah, but she might try and turn more of us. She might make it permanent. I want to go back. I want to be human again. I want to be able to frolic in the fields and cut the grass and eat proper food.
So I'm grateful.
If you tried being a pig, it's not nice. It's horrible.
But you can frolic in the fields and eat and
No.
cut grass with your mouth and eat the good
I
grass.
want to be human again.
What are they saying, Terry?
So one
Yeah,
of these
Dick,
usually.
what are they actually saying?
Oh, sorry, I got
Terry, at the
distracted.
moment, you sound insane.
Hold on, there's a lot of people talking right now.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Ask him his name.
Mr. Pig Person, what is your name?
My name is Tolvar.
He said his name's Tolvar. Do you know
recognise
Tolvar?
that name?
Make a quick history check for me, really.
Fucking history check.
Yes, please.
Oh, is he stupid? Yeah, he's stupid with a 1.
You recognise the name vaguely as one of the town's butchers.
I start pissing myself laughing.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh. But that's
And then
funny.
I'm going to put my hand on his
What's so
shoulder and
funny?
say, he's the butcher.
I will have a giggle at that, to be fair. Because that is funny.
Why are you all taking the piss? Why are you laughing? It's not funny.
Oh, it is when it's not you. But we'll try and turn you back, don't worry. Can you lead us to... Oh, wait, they don't know where she is. That way, okay. Wait, I forgot what we were supposed to be doing now. The pigs have sidetracked me. Guys, where was we going again?
We're trying to find a cart and maybe some weapon supplies, maybe some food supplies,
Ooh, I have a plan. Mr. Pig Person,
a general store.
because I forgot his name already.
Tolvar.
Going with the T? T-Pig.
Tolvar.
I know, I'm gonna
T-Pork.
T-Pork.
Don't forget, he's the butcher.
Tolvar, do you know where we could get you a cart and we can like put you in the cart and like keep you safe and we can take you with us?
I don't know. Maybe the carpenters down the road? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're on fire. I don't know. Maybe people
Oh.
took them.
Can you guide us there?
Maybe, but I don't want to because it's dangerous.
I'll carry you.
No.
Like carry, just like
What you with us here?
can I just pick up the book? How big is the boar? I'm very bad with sizes.
Probably about 3 foot long and chunky.
Oh, I can't carry the pig, that makes me sad.
You want me to carry the pig?
No, I just wanted to pick it up. I was like, it's okay, we'll go. Hang on, so where are we
So
exactly?
why can you understand me and they can't? Huh? Why can't
Oh,
they?
because I'm a bard. And like,
What's
I'm
a bard?
I'm magic.
When he says I'm a bard, I look over.
Yeah, but music men can't do magic. Why can you do magic? It's
Hey,
weird.
killer.
Oh, you know the woman, don't you? You know the witch.
This is an
No.
ignorant pig.
Is he
Oh.
also not confused at the fact that he can understand me, but I can't understand him?
No, but he's asking the question, why can you understand... no, why can he understand them?
Fine. I am one of the good wizards, and she's a bad sorcerer.
Persuasion check.
Just-
I like I'm gonna like natural one. No, you're the bad witch. No.
Hang on, persuasion. Come on, you'll be good. 14.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, in the stories, the bards say that when there's a good witch, there's a bad witch, and there's a bad witch, there's a good witch. So you're gonna
Yes.
defeat her? You're gonna make her turn her back?
Yes, this is a plot
Oh,
of the
jolly
Wizard
good,
of Oz.
please, thank you. That would be so amazing. I've been a pig for nearly 10 hours, and it's horrible.
Okay. Can anyone understand? Does anyone know why Tickler's gone crazy?
It's my time of the month.
Damn.
Yep. So, did they give you any information, Tickler? Are we going to be heading in a direction?
Yeah, let's go find a cart at the carpenter's, which is the way he gestured with his face.
Okay, let us go.
I like that, just the way he gestured with his face.
Would I have had interaction with the carpenter last time I was here?
You not directly, but you know of him. Servants of the house would have essentially gone and dealt with him.
Damn, I sound like a piece of shit.
But this building here, the large one in the market, is the carpenter's.
Okay. Can
You
we
guys,
attempt...
essentially, where I'm saying it is, you guys are here right now. So you'd have to
Okay.
come like you'd cut across the market, the thick market stalls.
Would his name's gone.
Tolvar,
Not the pig, the metal boy.
Rayleigh.
Yeah, my tin man.
Really.
Yeah, would the tin man know of like a less kind of direct but safer way without going through the town?
Yeah,
Kind of.
I mean, he's lived here most of his life, if not all of it. So
Wow, he doesn't.
Yeah, apparently I don't know anybody.
And he knows no one.
no, you know the thing is, you never dealt with the carpenter. You knew the butcher because getting food, but you'd never had to deal with the carpenter. You've never needed his services. That's all.
The carpenter shop.
Well, surely the house will have, the lady's house will have spare carriages.
Yeah.
You just. Oh, okay.
Seems
One
logical.
minute. You knew this beforehand and didn't tell us?
I feel like
Oh,
we
God,
asked.
you would
you.
say you didn't ask?
Speak to the pig.
We did, didn't we? We asked
Yeah,
where the
said
cart
we were
was.
looking for a cart.
You went no.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're going to get it. I say there might be one there. Depending on how well the house has been defended, they might tell you to fuck off.
Let's go to the carpenter's.
Yeah, take us a safer way than just walking through the entire town of zombies and shit. Please.
And don't forget, it's night time. It's dark.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
in the town at night, at dark. It's full of zombies. What do you do?
Kill
We
them.
find somewhere to camp out for the night. Barricade doors, things like that. We'll have better luck in the morning when it's light.
So I suggest the house.
Okay. Whatever. Let's take
Okay.
The
think
house
it's
or
a,
the cathedral, they're the two
Who knows if
easiest
there's people there,
defensible
you get a
positions.
better thing.
You, there, Bard, what are they saying? I can't hear them, I can't understand them properly. It's all sounding jumbly.
Am I with the pig? Sorry.
Yeah, the pigs are kind of shouting up at you.
Okay. Like, Tracy, we're just deciding where we should go tonight. That's safe. Do you want to get your pig friends and come with?
I don't know them, they're just other people from the town, I don't know.
Oh, you're as bad as the Tin Man.
Huh?
He's as bad as the Tin Man, all rude fuckers.
I don't know them, they're pigs! They might not be other people.
Speak to the other pigs. One of them might be somebody like I actually know. No.
Okay. Pig people, come round. Tell me your names and stuff. Be my legion.
Hearing him do this, I kind of lend my voice as well and be like, he can speak to you. Ale your woes.
Oh god, this is going so wrong. So right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, as he says that, I literally just sit down, pull out some rations from my bag, and just start eating. This is gonna take a while.
Ignoring him because I'm like, yeah, he's going to be here.
Okay, so you call out to them, and you find that the one that's quite stocky and butch-looking pig goes, "My name is Balgrim. I'm one of the, was one of the guards here." The other one, my name's Lassie. I run the, helped run the bar in the town.
Sure, it's not a dog.
Yeah, I'm sure. And the final one is Jocelyn. I helped run the farm, made sure the seeds kept well, and tended to the crops.
Cool. We got Farmer Jack.
You know of Balgrim and Lassie, Rayleigh.
Have I had any direct contact with them before this?
Lassie, yes, because obviously you would have frequented the tavern in the town. Because essentially, it's one big, massive tavern that occupies everybody, rather than two or three smaller ones. It's almost as big as the chapel type building. Balgrim, you know and have spoken to as you're not quite acquaintances, but you're not good enough to be friends. You're kind of that weird in between, where you'll speak each other for a few minutes when you see him, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Because he often does the patrol in and around your area near the farmlands. So when you've done guard duty outside the house, you probably would have spoke to him as he's gone past, like a nice night tonight, innit, lad, and general conversation.
Ask those two if there's anywhere that has been kind of spearheading either the attack or there's a position of where villagers have gone to.
Yeah, is there like a position of defense, Mr. Pig People? And lady, maybe? I'm not quite sure on the genders on these.
A lot of people have been either fleeing the city or going to the lady's home for defense. If it wasn't for me being in this state, I would be there myself, but
Were there any more of you guys originally as pigs, or was this everybody?
I don't know personally, but I at least can see that these three are in my predicament. But the issue was, there was this crazy haggy woman who turned some of us, as well as let the pig pens open, so it's a hard mix between those that are actually pigs and us. We don't know.
Okay. Can pigs talk to each other or not?
Kind of, but not properly.
Oh, okay. So I tell the other pigs that I am
It's like
the...
trying to talk to a toddler that doesn't quite learn how to speak.
Oh, okay. That's why you can. That's why the people pigs can tell they're people.
Because at least the problem is, even these ones I'm struggling to understand. It seems that we struggle to communicate with each other entirely, so we can't understand who's who.
Okay. Do I have
This
any?
is appreciated. At least I know these three are people.
Does anybody have any like kind of like not paint but like kind of stuff I can like mark them with?
Oh, dear.
Like
I
farmer's
wanna-
mark, where you just paint the number on them.
Yeah, but like
I mean,
The-
I'm assuming like I'll probably what's in my pack. Oh, it doesn't have my whole bloody pack. Maybe my medical kit. Maybe I have something in there. Some herbs, maybe. I can grind up into different colours.
I mean, you could mark them with like ash or mud, but the issue is something like that's probably gonna rub off if they sleep on the floor or something.
Then
Yeah.
they don't sleep.
I don't really want to brand them in any sort of mean way, 'cause that's just cruel. They're already having a shit day.
You're not going to go anywhere near me if you're going to try and brand me.
Okay. Just give him like a head pat. That's fair.
Don't fucking touch me. And then as you move your hand, he's like, "Can do it again." He mumbles it, and you're like, "What?" And he's like, "Do it again." What?
I give,
Do it
give him like
again.
just like give him like another head pat, like who's a good pig person?
And he looks
I don't-
so defeated, and he's just like, "I am."
Yes, you are. You're a good boy. I'm thinking which one of them. Which one
Are
am
you
I
going to
cuddling
kill
at
the
moment?
witch or not?
Yes, I will. I will kill the bad social
Thank
witch.
you.
Let me find her.
He looks so defeated and just pissed off. But the thing is, it's nice, so he doesn't want to tell you to stop.
Urgh.
Can we go
Nicola,
now?
what have you done to make the pig angry?
Oh no, he likes me. We're best friends. Come forth, pig people. We shall travel to the lady's house. I want to call it a mansion, but I feel like it's not quite that
Manor.
big. Manor.
A manor's a good way, because it's not a mansion, but it's not just a home. It's a manor. It's that in between.
The average
Stately
size.
home.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
stately
bit.
home.
It's a B cup.
Fuck off.
Okay, so I'll attempt to corral my pig posse and lead them forward.
You pig pussy.
Posse.
Hmm.
Come on, let's
Hey,
take you
yeah,
somewhere safe.
touch my pig pussy.
That's a different game, and I'm not down for that.
Okay, so
You're
you
not that kind of bad.
you make your way through the main high street towards the manor, and you.
First, I'm just gonna keep my guard up and like look like this thing can turn us into animals. I'm sort of like constantly looking around at houses and round corners.
Oh no, she's in the southern forest. We're fine. We're fine. Let's go. Let's go.
And I just kind of say, I'm not worried. She turns me into an animal, I'll just turn into a bigger animal. It's fine.
You make your way, and up the slight hill, you see at the top the stately home, the manor of the lady of the city of Selinka.
Wait,
Wait.
can I ask the Tin Man, like, what was like the family situation? Was it like a dad, a mom, like a kid, like what we walking into?
Just her.
Oh,
That was soon to be on the way, but
So
nothing.
she's a Miss Havisham then.
Kind of.
I can
Oh,
live with
what-
a Havisham.
oh, now you tell me.
She's fucking somebody specifically, but he ain't here. I don't know where he is.
Neither did
Ah.
Miss Havisham.
Other than that, her father's in the major cities. The mother's out the picture.
Divorced or dead? Or murdered?
I couldn't tell you. I came after that, and I've never mentioned it. It's a sore subject.
Ah, he killed her. That's fine. We can live with that.
Other than that, I was just there to look after her. I came back from the city just as they started to come and pick her up.
Okay.
So you make your way through the main high street, passing between the tavern and the cathedral, up the hill, and as you crest
As we pass the cathedral, like in between them, do we notice anything sort of like activity-wise? Do we have like any noises coming from within either or? Are we close enough to do that?
Yeah.
Perception check.
And then let me get back to me.
You know this guy?
Okay. So, Tezza, as you're making
Yeah.
your way through the town, innit, you know what I mean, blood?
Making my way downtown, walking fast, and I'm homebound.
Your crepes are on the floor, keeping it low, keeping your ears out.
Mhm.
And you notice that the church, specifically, is almost untouched from life. Doesn't look damaged, doesn't look burnt, doesn't look looted.
We can
It's
change that.
quiet. However, the tavern, you see the windows on the lower floor are broken. You can see what looks like a fire once took place there and has since stopped, as all the windows are sooted and black and some of the glass has melted on the upper floors from the sheer heat. Maybe there's something salvageable, but it's burnt out on the front. The front facade, at least, is burnt out. You do hear at the very northwestern side where the blacksmith was marked, you do hear screams. 2 or 3 screams.
Oh shit.
Cool. To the B-Cup mansion.
Okay. You leave the screams to fade behind you as after about a few minutes the screams stop. And are heard no more. You make your way up and you see the thick, heavy gates of the outskirts of the manor are locked, and you see torch light coming from inside the manor. It is there. Go.
Hey, Tidman, can you get us in?
Yeah, really.
I have a
You're gonna
key.
Be able to knock on the door.
Yeah, let me just get on the intercom.
Do they not have them in?
Tell you what,
Wow, she
I'll unlock
was
the
it.
gate. You guys stay by the gate, and I'm gonna go and knock on the door just to make sure everything's.
As you all
Good.
approach the gate and you start fiddling with the lock, you hear a shout come from the direction of the house. There's more of them coming! They're coming to the gates! Get the arrows!
I'd shout, no, it's me, it's Riley, don't do it, no, please, don't do this. I've worked here for like 7 years, please.
Really?
Yeah, please.
Didn't you go with the lady?
Hi.
Yeah, details, please help.
Shit. Don't get the arrows! It's Riley! It's fine! As you see, this old, surly-looking gentleman come, like, you know, like when someone's trying to run, but they're clearly too unfit to run, so they do that, like, weird hobble run.
Yeah.
I got the key, fuck, where's the key?
While
There
he's
it
coming, can I pocket my earrings and necklace again?
Yes!
As that,
Oh.
as that moment is gone.
Yes!
Trevor,
that
hurry
man-
up. You need
is
to be
that man-
Right.
quick.
Shit. As he opens again. Right, come in quick. We don't know how many more are out there. Quick. Shuts the gate, locks it. What the fuck are you doing back? You left with the lady 2 days ago?
Hello, by the way.
Is the Lord here, or is he still in the town?
He's in their house, but he's not doing too well.
Oh, he's not going to be doing much better. I need to talk to him.
And you just kind of see that face like, oh shit, what's wrong?
I'd look him in the eyes and say it's just me.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, you're dealing with that one. And he kind of gives you a like hit on the shoulder like, yeah, fuck that. No, I'm not telling him. Who's these?
Go in, please. Oh, these are the people that stopped me from being fucking dead.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Shit's about to go down. Let's go watch.
And I kind of look up to her and I just kind of go, oh, sorry. Have a normal
Should not have just transformed back by now.
Why is there four pigs with you?
No, I'm transformed.
Oh,
back,
they're
but
tenfold.
I'm still
They're my friends.
in the middle of
I'll look at Trevor and go, apparently they're people, but they're here. So at the very least, you can butcher them.
Well, that's nice. Anyhow, let's get in there, shall we?
Do you have like a stable to put the pigs in? I don't want to bring Mark in the house. That seems
I
rude.
was going to say, don't worry about the pigs. Can we just go inside, please?
Yeah, just put them in the building in the back. Put them in the shed. They're fine. Yeah, let's go. And he leads you inside, and you get led inside the manor, which is simple but very well ornate. It's like middle class. It's like almost noble, but not quite.
Just for the record, how well do I know the Lord? Is this like he knows me good and we're like old pals, or am I just like I'm just a guard?
He knows you, but you're by no means pals, and it's probably part due to the shitty attitude the Lord has.
Great. Well, I'm probably going to die, so.
The lady of the house was the much more socialite and kind person, whereas he wasn't an arsehole, but he was just very dismissive and yeah, whatever. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You head upstairs and Trevor opens gives a knock on the door and goes, Lord, you have a message to be delivered. Was that okay? And he goes, who is it? What? Now? Fucking hell. And you hear him kind of slam down something on a table. He goes, it's Rayleigh, the one who left with the lady. And he went, what's he doing back? I thought he left to take her to Yorvan. He goes, about that, I'm going to let him fill in the details. And he kind of opens the door, and you're kind of you were stood next to him as he's got the door open a crack, and then he flies open the door, and you see the Lord. You see the Lord Alistair, and he's kind of just sat in a chair in front of a fire, clutching a tankard, and he's just kind of with his right hand holding the tankard, left hand just like massaging his temples, like, right, why are you here? I thought you
I'm going to
left.
quickly turn to these guys and give them a little, peace out. Like, might not ever talk to you again.
I'm going to say, I follow in with him with pride in my step.
I'm going to, kind of halfway walk into the room and say, my lord, can I approach?
Just fucking get it over with. What do you need?
I'd walk up to the desk and put the ring down and say, I'm sorry.
He kind of freezes and looks at the ring and looks at you, and then takes the ring and looks at it and goes, why do you have this ring?
I'd look at him and take a knee and say, I'm sorry.
And he would be dead.
He stands up and just kind of... He's holding the ring and he's just looking at it. Puts the ring down, puts the tankard down, and then literally, in a fit of temper, yells, fuck, and swipes his desk, and then literally, table flips the desk, and grabs the top of the chair, picks it up, and wangs it at the wall.
I'd stand up and, in a somewhat, kind of authoritative, but not overly, calm the fuck down type of way, be like, I can assure you she's the only one of us that did not suffer.
Persuasion check, actually.
Oh yeah, because I'm going to persuade him that her neck 90 degrees didn't happen.
No, but the fact that she was not the one that suffered.
6.
What the fuck do you mean she didn't suffer? She's dead, you... What do you mean she didn't suffer?
I'm going to kind of semi-sarcastically but genuinely point to, the rips in the chainmail, the holes in the plate, the holes in the gauntlets, the blood smearing me, and say, she did not suffer.
And you're certain you're the only one?
Positive. I had to kill the rest.
If the rest were in pieces.
Fuck. should have
After the crash,
the crash.
the things were upon us. They took 80% of us. I held my ground, and then the 80% of us that went got back up.
I knew when these attacks happened I should have sent a messenger to send her to come back. Where is her body?
Still
Where
with
is
the carriage.
Now that we're in a greater company, what actually drove you off the road?
Those things. There was probably about 50, 60 of them covering the track.
60 what? Zombies?
Yeah. We managed to kill the majority. All of the people who I were with suffered injuries. I was commanding the force. They were all bitten. About 2 hours later, after a short rest, they weren't down to be good guys no more.
Fuck's sake. We need to send people. Go and get lady back. She can't be left out there. Fuck's sake. Fuck.
I'm gonna kind of semi-look at the person who stripped her fucking naked before we left.
Yeah.
Again, looking
Side
at it,
eyes, like,
just
Bandits these days, I just take anything.
You lie so freely.
Trevor. Get a scout force. No, not Terry. Trevor. The guy who met you at the gate. Set up a scout force, please. I want to go and get her body at least.
I'd kind of break in and say, with all due respect, my lord, it might be better to secure here first before we branch out.
I don't give a fuck about here.
Fair enough, I suppose.
She cannot be left at the roadside like that. No. You should have brought her back. Why didn't you bring her back?
I thought it more pertinent to bring you the message than to...
You could have brought me the
Carry a
message
corpse
and
around.
her.
True, but I didn't. But you had the message, and I'm not dead thanks to these people, so,
Stuff.
He kind of half looks at him and just shakes his head. You know in his mind he wants to pretty much say something along the lines of, I don't give a fuck. But because she's not
I
there-
kind of want to be emitting the same attitude since I wasn't under him, I was under her, and
Yeah.
it sucks for me too, but it's like, I'm here to fucking tell you, appreciate it, like, I could have just fucked off.
No, I get that, but you kind of get, like, he's very selfish in his mindset at the moment, like, she's dead, you're not, that's not right. You know what I mean?
She wasn't a very good fighter. She died to a fucking caravan.
Did you not? Could you not afford airbags?
Wow.
This is an old model carriage.
Well, how did the town get into this stage going past all these personal matters?
A couple days ago, those things outside came in, started attacking the people. Those people got attacked and attacked more until we got into this state. Some
Which
of the
direction?
people thought it was smart to burn them, and then they set fire to the houses when they went inside them.
Smart idea was that.
And the pigs, or the pig people,
What pig people?
Oh, there's some pigs. Yeah, they used to be people. They said there was a witch that had came into town that was
There
attacking
was
people.
rumours of some crackpot peasants who were talking about some wise woman in the southern forests, but what the fuck are
You
you
know-
on about pig people?
They said they were turned into pigs by the witch.
Oh, and I suppose next you're going to tell me that the sky is actually made of, I don't fucking know, jam?
Joe, your god is.
The sky is made of jam. It really is.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh,
mister.
nah.
He's got a nat 20, didn't he?
I don't know, but I really hope I roll well.
Oh my fucking god! The sky is in fact made of jam.
He kind of looks at you in disbelief, but you seem so genuine. It's just like, okay.
You know what it is? It's this B-cup chest. It just makes men believe.
Oh yeah, you're still a woman, ain't you?
I'm still a woman. It's these.
Fucking hell.
It's them little old titties.
Right. He kind of wants to just shut you down, but you're so convincing. He's just like, you know, when there's like you've just put doubt in his mind. He's like, no, could it be? No, surely,
it is.
maybe.
That made him feel stupid.
Yeah, just a little wee bit.
I can give you a whole backstory of the gods making it because they were hungry, but we'll move on. It's fine. We don't have time for that. Continue.
Okay. But look, there was the things attacked. People were saying shit was going bad. They sent the guards. They unfortunately didn't last. Made more of them, and these things, whatever they do, they attack. They make more. They come back. They attack. Make more.
Which direction did the zombies originally come from? Was it the same direction as the witch lady or a different one?
I don't know. The other day when they started, they seem to have originated from the fields behind us.
That's more southwesty?
So I don't know.
Okay. So were you hit first then, considering that's the direction it's coming from?
I don't know. All I know is here has been under attack. We've been locked in the house for a day. We have supplies, at least enough for a short while. A lot of the people from the town came. They came here. Wanted safety.
Have any shown any of the symptoms of fatigue, of just off comparative to human being standard?
Yeah, sure. I mean, given everything, wouldn't you? They're all in the dining hall and the lobbies. There's a few. There's about 60 of them. We've managed to get enough space for them. They're all together.
Rhoda, you said about a consult that needed that needed someone to oversee it, or at least pronounce what has happened there.
I mean, should we worry about like other things right now? Homie's just found out his daughter dead. Shall we not be in this room? Please?
Good. All right. Lord, I will take the honourable guard and his new cohorts. Shall I get them settled in, sir? Just get them a room for the night. They can do what they want. If they want to look into this mad woman, as they claim, fine, whatever. But we need to sort getting our people out, getting us to somewhere more secure, one of the bigger cities.
Oh, hang on, quickly before we go. Do you know why the church is undamaged compared to everywhere else?
I've been locked in here for a day. Those things are outside and we're at the gates for a considerable time. Take a guess what you think I know.
That you're a coward.
I'm going to quickly start funneling people towards the
I was going
door.
to say, both you and Trevor simultaneously go, okay, right, sir, we're going to get them gone.
Yes, literally.
I'll bring you
before
more food and stuff
start
later,
the fight.
okay? And you can just see the scowl on the man's face is unreal.
After we get out the doors, can I kind of pull Trevor aside and say, yo, can you, one, get these guys a reward for the help, and two, do you know if we've still got a carriage left over?
We should have some, but, I mean, as a reward, there's not much I can give, but I'm pretty sure the Lord won't mind if I say let them get a lucky dip at one of the curiosities in the vault.
Curiosity.
I'd look at you guys and say, see?
Did somebody say vault? Wait, wrong
I do a
character.
dippy look.
Wrong
I do
character there.
a heckin' dippy look.
And then I'll look at all of you individually and say, one item each, don't be cheeky.
I have
Look,
giant
no,
tin hands. Can
No,
I have
no,
two at
no,
once?
no, look. You're not technically supposed to be taking anything, but I'm giving it you between us. So you take one item, so at least it's not noticeable to the Lord.
Can I go?
One item.
So
Can we go look?
Is this the butler?
let's get you. No, this is the one of the guards. He's more of a senior guard. He's kind of like, although he's not the promotion-wise, he's not the status, but everyone respects him because he's the old dog.
He's the guard dad.
Yeah, he's the
Oh,
dad
okay.
of the guard because he's the old dog who everyone looks up to just because he's, and he's that type of guy that's been there, done that. But
I was gonna flirt with him, but let's carry on. We don't have time for it.
Don't flirt with Trevor.
look,
Why not?
we'll get you set.
What's gonna flirt with Trevor?
Stop flirting with Trevor!
Back.
I pinch my A cup boobs because I'm
Trevor,
chunky.
think
I'm
about Wendy.
I'm not toned,
Fucking
so I just
Wendy.
kinda pinch my nipples.
What would Wendy think, Trevor? Don't do this.
But Trevor will essentially give you one of the guest bedrooms. It's a sizable room, probably about 30 foot by 20 foot wide. Look, you can all stay in here for the night. It's one of the guest bedrooms. Don't let the Lord know you're in here, because otherwise someone might not be very happy or in a job. In the morning, I'll take you down, you can have a look, and you can take one thing each.
Thank you.
Spectacular.
And we'll end the night there.
Can I just do one thing, like, while we're ending the night?
Oh, what is that?
Can I put my green and blue herb together?
You can put your herbs together forever.
Congratulations, you're resistant to poison and you heal.
Yeah, but we'll figure that out next time.
Alright.
And just to let you know, guys, the last episode is on YouTube, and this one will be going on YouTube. It'll be online the 12th, just before next session, which will be episode 4, which we will be dealing with the potential witch, some curiosity grabbings, and some lootings of the town.
Looting is a strong word. We're going to investigate.
Yeah, looting
No.
seems like
Right,
we're
you're
stealing
going
things.
to loot.
No, I'm going to investigate and retrieve valuables for future generations.
But I'm going to cut the
Oh,
stream there,
otherwise,
and
loot.
see you next time, guys.